No, you're not in the picture. She can verify.
Take pictures.
Okay, so
Like was secretly like following us around, taking pictures of us.
this is my end of semester speech that I gave to you. This is my last time I really get to talk to you guys, so it's my party message for you guys. Because, at least at OU I was older than most of the students. Here I'm not, sometimes not, that's not the case. But anyway, so settle two things. And there are two things that should be on everyone's list when choosing their partner. And this applies to gay, straight, bisexual, lesbian, transgender, two-spirit, whatever you got going on, it applies. Whatever you got going on. Does anyone want to guess what those two things are?
Honesty.
Nothing to do with Pinterest. Honesty is a good one, but that's not really, so these aren't qualities. Well, it is a quality actually. They're representative qualities.
There's only two
Love.
things.
There's only two things. Everyone wants different things, but these are two things that are in everyone's list.
Money.
Love.
Money is a part of it, not really though.
Trust.
Money is a part of it.
Trust.
Stable.
Stable is not really, stable is good, but not on the list.
How about we stop
Security?
Any other suggestions? Security is a good one. Trust is a good one, yes. Any other suggestions?
He's like, I don't care about anything to do.
Hair color.
Okay,
One of them
well, you're going to get the answer, but not yet. So, when you're getting older, when you're in your early 20s, you can date whoever you want. It doesn't matter, because the chances that you're going to marry that person is pretty low, right? Or you continue to be with the person. This was me when I was in high school. My best friend Josh and me when I used to do fun runs back in the day. Anyway, but once you're on the other side of 25, especially the other side of 30, you have to be a little more careful. And sometimes you even date people that already have children, and that's when you're on the other side, when you're under 25, that's kind of odd. But on the other side of 25, it's just kind of par for the course because children happen, right? These are my parents. This is my dad and mom. You may not know this, but my mom was a single mother for a while. She got married when she was 22 to a guy named John, who I've never met, and I've seen one picture of him. But I guess he was an okay guy. I don't know anything about him beyond that. But she got divorced from him when she was 28, and then met my dad at some point, and they got married when they were 33, which is ironic because that's how old I am. Well, not ironic, but that's kind of interesting. Anyway, and my dad's they're both teachers. Teachers don't make a lot of money, but they retired at 58 and they have enough money to do whatever they want. And as I mentioned, my dad was a single mom for a while. And this is my brother and his wife Susan, which is ironic because my mom's name is Susan. So now he's married, and his wife and his mom are both Susan Hayes. And my brother he works for a company. He actually makes a lot of money. But that's not why he's a good. She also has. That's not his best quality. He has the other qualities I'm going to talk about. What?
Y'all look a lot alike.
The twist is we're half brothers, but we've gotten that. And he's 11 years old, and we've gotten father and son too. Back when I was younger. When we went to this cruise, not cruise. We went to an island in Australia, and people thought I was 17, and would have been 28. So. We got father and son then, but we do look a lot alike, especially like if we look alike. Anyway, Susan also had two kids from her first marriage, Michaela and Chantel, and this is me. I bribed Chantel with broccoli to take this picture at their wedding.
Wait, broccoli.
I know. Because some people like broccoli.
Broccoli's good.
She really likes broccoli.
Just like common bread.
So, anyway. And so, like I said, this is they call this DSMC, Dylan, Susan, Michaela, and Chantel. They got married in December of 2007, so now they've been married 6 years almost. Anyway, very cute family. Like I say, when Susan got divorced from her first husband, who's, I think he's fine, but she says he's an alcoholic and has anger issues, but I've met him a few times, he seems fine. But she looked for different qualities. My brother, and he has these two qualities. Now, this here is my cousin, Britt. And as you can see, she's very beautiful. She could date anyone she wants. Doctors, lawyers, college professors, whatever you want. But she has a tendency to date the worst people. Her first boyfriend that she had for like 5 years went to jail for part of that time. She broke up with him because she found out like 5 times that he cheated on her, and then went back to him after a year. And she says she's still friends with him, and I don't understand why. I don't do the just friends thing. Then her first husband was just really immature, and then she's 30. She's 8 months older than me, but she's on her 3rd marriage now. So first husband was just kind of really immature. Second husband, Glenn, in addition to being a very unattractive person, which that doesn't mean that doesn't. Is bipolar. Like when they split, like he threatened to commit suicide, which he had no intention of doing, just to get her to talk to her, and get her to talk to him. Didn't really have a good, worked nights so that he could try to run this t-shirt business. She was in graduate school and he was earning less than her. Came into the marriage with credit card debt. She had a house, was never on the house loan, but they had a child, Evelyn, which he technically can't have children, but he's on the birth certificate, which that's not something to make fun of for somebody. But the beautiful child, this is an old picture. She's now like 5 or 6 now. But Evelyn, very cute child. All right, and once again, once you have children, then you need to be more careful. Now she's married to someone I've never met, but he has dreadlocks, which not as a bad thing, but I'm a little questioning. So, 2 things. Any suggestions now, after hearing my little speech, about what the 2 things might be?
Not a clue.
I have no
idea. I have no idea.
Good looking.
Intelligence is a good thing, and it's a really good thing. Good looking is also a good thing.
Don't be bipolar.
Don't
marry your
Who said that?
Credit.
Credit, yes. Credit, having no credit card debt, that's one thing, right? That's one of them.
You want to pay somebody else's credit debt?
And it's not that you have lots of money, it's that you live within your means. So the 2 things are good teeth and no credit card debt.
What does the teeth have to do with anything that you're
You
talking
didn't
about?
say anything about good
What? Where was the teeth part?
That's just I didn't say anything about teeth, you're right.
Good teeth.
It's applied.
Credit card debt, I get that, but like teeth.
And the reason good teeth is that just kind of means that you value. It's something that you can modify, and it's kind of like having that. It's something you just take care of yourself. You brush your teeth, you take care of yourself. So good teeth, no credit card debt. Now, in addition to recently being crazy, she also she complained about her teeth weren't as bad as she thought they were, but she complained about it. She would do whitening and stuff all the time. But she somehow acquired $3,000 in credit card debt, and while we were dating, she bought a lawnmower, and you get the 12 months no interest thing, but for some reason she just didn't pay the first month, which means all the credit, all the interest for the 12 months goes on to it. So she had to pay like an extra third for this lawnmower. So, good teeth and a credit card. That's the things you should look for in a partner. Those are my parting words. Now, this speech has changed throughout the years, and this was the Tim Tebow girl. When she moved to Dallas, we started hanging out. But she met this guy Julio, and now they're engaged. Then this was Lauren. She was a mom. That's a really cute kid. But she was even crazier than. Anyway, she was not a good person. So, as I said, I was going to give you a little update. You guys have been telling me, or you guys and my friends, everyone says move on, and I don't like the word move on. It seems like if you just move on, if you're like, oh, just we're done, then it means you probably didn't value the relationship very much. So you should have some like grave dressing and that sort of thing. But eventually you do need to move on. So I feel like this was my moving on right here. So, anyway.
Did you say that to her?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my god.
Wow.
What
One
does it
time
say?
I
Asshole.
Can you read it?
says, I suppose maybe I would have been better off letting you continue to smell bad and slowly develop cancer. Oh well, no regrets, right?
Because I helped her quit
She
smoking.
said,
Congratulations on
her-
another month of not smoking, although I suppose I maybe would have been better off letting you continue to smell bad and slowly develop cancer.
I mean, when I helped her,
Oh.
when I helped her switch to e-cigarettes, she was like, "Oh yeah, my hair doesn't smell any bad anymore." I was like, "Yeah, you don't taste bad either."
Maybe
And
just let her do e-cigarettes and
She literally
e-cigarettes, they blow up.
I actually brought this on because her last text was not that mean. She
I
was-
that's
know.
my text to her. That's my text to her.
Why are they different colors?
Because this this one I don't know why. Just
I just got a picture.
FYI, moving on does not mean you did not value the relationship. Moving on means you take care of yourself.
Damn.
well,
And take this from somebody who's going through it right now.
moving. Okay, yes, you're right. Take care of yourself. But part of this.
Probably a burning
Yeah,
field.
what is it?
Oh,
What
this
is the picture?
This is just she went here hiked here last spring, and I was her emergency contact info. She like made me take pictures of her light driver's license and her medical insurance, so she fell into a hole. Or
It's
something.
called dwelling when you don't let go.
Well, you're right. It is.
What's the significance of both of you?
Oh, it's just because I was in Arkansas at the time.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing significant. You're right. But everyone needs to deal with things in the right way. I was struggling with how to deal with it, and ultimately I just need to.
Piss her
You
off?
really
Yes.
mean?
That's a lot nicer than what I said to my ex-wife, so I'm proud of you.
What did you say?
Here's the deal, guys.
I'm really not going to share that.
Okay.
I'm confident
That's
that
really nice also.
she is not. I'm confident that I have not heard the last from her, and I'm certain that she hasn't heard the last from me. But I was telling Rox before, my neighbor Julie, who moved away, we started talking again, and we've already scheduled a play date for our dog, which is, that's code for other things. But anyway, I'm sure she'll get my annual Christmas card. My mom's first husband, John. 40 years, they've been divorced almost 40 years, and she still gets a Christmas card from every year, even though he's on his 4th marriage, I think. So, anyway, that's the update. So, for those of you who wanted me to move on, I think I have, at least for now.
And sometimes being the jerk gets the girl back, though.
I know. That's,
Sometimes it does. I'm not saying I don't, I'm just saying sometimes it does.
it
The
does.
last-
But then you end up being his
the last
cousin.
things I said to my
The girl is his cousin, the one that was with the guy 5 times after he cheated on her.
And
Well, that's their bad. I mean, I'm not saying I do, I'm just saying sometimes it is.
I think if the girl comes back to you for being a
You
jerk,
leave once, it's a wrap.
it's not a good relationship anyway.
So it's not for you to say. It's
Shit,
for
you
them.
separated, bye-bye.
So, for those of you that want, and for those few of you, and actually what's weird is in my other class, my interpersonal class, and we're going to get to reviewing, don't worry, we're almost done. My other class, they were like, wanting me to like buy her flowers and stuff. It was weird. Like you guys were more moving on, they were more like, and we talked about it more in that class because it's interpersonal, and we have like a romantic relationship week. But they were all like, they were disappointed that I wasn't gonna like keep going for it. And I got this wonderful. Today I got this wonderful fortune.
It's not.
And I'll let
Unfortunate.
Amber read it to you, which I thought was rather ironic.
Oh, it's actually a fortune.
or from a fortune cookie.
What's it say, Amber?
It says, you know what you want, go for it.
And I don't know. After I tried.
Right?
So anyway.
And then you read that.
So that's-
I had a cool fortune the other day.
That's like one of the most money.
I remember today.
So anyway, that's it. I think it's
You know what a great follow-up to that would be?
what?
You go to a flower shop, get some of their dead flowers,
Oh, wow.
and have them send the flowers.
Look, it is not that
That's
important.
psycho.
We're not going to send her dead flowers. Probably the next thing she'll hear from me is my Christmas card that I send to 100 people, and she's important enough still to get one.
Look,
Even though you told her to develop cancer.
when you pick your phone up and you no longer think about messaging her, or you get on Facebook and you're not looking for her, you're over it.
You should send her
Oh,
a
we're
pack
not
of
Facebook
cigarettes.
friends anymore.
Block her.
Block her.
That's right. So anyway, that's that. Any further commentary before we start reviewing?
Nope.
Okay. So get in your groups of 3 groups to review the rest of the class next half hour.
Sure. It's all right.
I thought
Supposed to be getting pictures.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like that.
I didn't have any of y'all's numbers.
Well, I'll give you
Take
pictures.
pictures.
What do you think? Guys can take pictures.
I don't know if that's one of those situations.
And you guys can come up with the same team names, or you can come up with different if you want.
I think we're okay, I believe.
We're the ladies again.
The ladies.
Oh, there's
Oh wait, actually,
We won.
We won final.
Yeah, but it wasn't a second.
We had the least amount of points and still came out the winners. Yeah. That's okay.
Doesn't matter if you win by an inch, winning is winning. Well, hell yeah, I got excited. when
So
I
we
did
could
the,
just not answer at all and we get the last one right and win.
What now?
We could just not answer at all and get the last one right and we
You didn't
win.
say it's fake.
That's our plan.
What were you asking me?
We could just not answer any of the questions and then answer the last one best and win.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And he's learning how to do.
All you want to do is win the game. Remember, the points don't matter.
Isn't that a little too
But like he says, points don't matter. But we're
I think different pictures for
Are these different topics?
Yes, different topics. It's the new.
Additional reading by Jason Stone.
gonna break something.
have to go for it.
I tried.
You cannot hesitate or you're just gonna be,
I literally put that in my like floppy.
just go.
Anyway, so he tried to teach me, and his sister and my cousin and all linked to. I was speaking here like, do it. So I started to do it.
Okay, groups. What do you guys want to be? Is it still ladies group?
Yeah, we're ladies.
Let's be the frowns.
What do you guys want to be in the back?
Smiles.
Did the same thing as yesterday, or Monday.
And then should we cover us for now?
Oh,
How about you guys? Dudes, okay.
Oh, do you want to be the dudes? They're gonna be the dudes.
Okay.
Ours is trying to do that.
Really don't want to change their name.
That's fine. Then you guys get to go
Wait for
first.
that.
Your categories are general information, informative speaking, persuasive speaking, methods of persuasion. Small group.
It's not like the whole
Yeah, so you're gonna take pictures.
What do you guys want?
Take pictures.
General
Yeah, you're gonna
information
take
for 5
You
months.
take pictures and we'll just write.
We'll give you your.
We'll give you our numbers because it's easier to take one picture than 4 pictures.
For what number?
What number? Which one are you? What do you guys say?
You already have my number, so just.
General information 500.
This is just.
We're doing general information.
All right. Your question is, what is the difference between denotative and connotative meaning, and provide an example of word with a different denotative and connotative meaning.
Well, that one's easy.
Denotative
You want me to just say it? Denotative would be like, it's the definition. It's how it's defined. The connotative is, like, something that has a direct correlation or connotation.
Okay. And then give an example to have a denotative and connotative.
Denotative. Well, I'm faster.
Taking your pictures.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna set a timer here.
We should change it up so that you can just answer whoever knows it first.
No. How do you know all this? You didn't take any notes.
Me?
How do you know these? You didn't take notes?
Because you learned that. That's English.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
Which I'll leave it on one end. Watch my teaching. Any other? We got 22 more seconds.
I can answer the question.
Okay, this one.
They're getting ready to steal. You'll get half of this. Oh, go ahead.
Connotative example would be childish and childlike implies that someone is immature or youthful and refers to someone that's lively and energetic. That's connotative.
Those are just two different words with different meanings.
So my freaking denotative and.
Those are just two different words with different meanings.
You guys do what? You should tell me.
Okay, we're gonna let Jonathan see if he wants to steal.
What was the question?
What is the difference between denotative and connotative meaning? They got that part, and then provide an example word with a different denotative and connotative meaning.
Okay, the denotative meaning is the literal meaning, what it actually means, and the connotative is the meaning behind that. So if I were to tell somebody to get out of my house, the denotative meaning is I'm telling them to leave my house, and the connotation is I don't like you.
Okay, that works. Okay.
You're just like, I just don't like you. Leave.
I thought that's what we said.
No, you talked about youthful and no.
Like-
The example is okay. For example, the word the word prostitute has a meaning someone that has sex for money. But then we have all these like associations with the word prostitute, right? Or
Or
yeah, that are negative. Like it's not just we have a negative connotation. Whereas
I don't think there's a positive term for someone who has sex for money.
for example, dog, right? Hold on. Dog is like, we're talking, you know what a dog is, but we can talk about, people have associations of cuteness and companions and all that sort of thing. So, that's that. So, the smiley faces are going to get 250, and then the dudes are going to get 250. So,
What if we want to go with next?
and we're going to let the ladies go next, because they actually came up with their name.
What are our categories?
it is general information.
Informative, persuasive, methods of persuasion, and small group.
Got to you, right?
Yeah, you forgot the real.
We're doing informative for 400,
Okay?
Big.
but I don't want to take too
Wait,
long.
what did they pick?
Mine's bigger.
Informative 400.
You got 400 or 500? What type of delivery is best for the speeches in this class? Type of delivery. So one word answer.
So one word answer.
One word answer.
Alright.
Informative?
Education.
Hold on, don't give him an answer yet, child.
Oh, sorry. I already forgot to do my answer. It's one word answer. Are we going to keep going?
That's cool, why not?
Okay, I'm walking in front of it.
Okay. What?
Said one word, right?
That's not the answer.
You gave me a wrong answer there.
All right. Let's let the dudes.
The types of informative speeches aren't actually in here.
I get it.
What now?
The types of informative speeches aren't actually in here.
Okay, dude.
I'm sure they talk about this term in there. I'm sure this term is in there.
People are not able to.
Okay, we're starting the timer. What do you think, dudes? Not direct.
What did they say?
They said direct. Not direct. Okay, let's let the smiley faces steal.
Extemporaneous.
Yes.
If I misspelled
Wait,
What was
you
it?
got it.
What was it? What? What was
Hey,
it?
I'm gonna steal. Give me
Take
those.
her papers. That's bullshit.
We should get points. Points.
You're gonna get half credit for that.
All right.
I don't think they should get any credit because
Cheating.
Disqualified.
Okay, by the way, the questions and answers are gonna be on D12. So
Yep.
she's got.
I got a
Well,
detail
we got
now, guys.
What's the answer?
The answer, what's the answer?
Wait, some of these look really close up, but
And that's where you have notes, but you give a speech from memory.
I didn't hear what it was.
So that's where you have extemporary.
But that's not.
Pay attention. This
Hey!
we have the exam, everybody.
No, I'm trying.
The answer is extemporaneous. So
Instantaneous?
Spell that.
I'll just
That is
look
too
it
big
up
of a
later.
word.
It's when you speak with a written or memorized general outline.
yeah, see, it's in the book. Isn't it?
But that's not under informative. That's just under speech in general.
Just for speech in general. But it's not. Well, okay, it isn't under informative, but.
Yeah, open up.
All right, so we're gonna give them half credit on that.
Okay, I'll take this one.
Questions and answers. I mean, everybody else is.
It's incredible.
Not that it matters.
All right, so now we're gonna
I don't think
have
they should have gotten any
Wait,
credit.
250 plus 2. Oh, you're right. Never mind. I'm wrong.
Wait.
Why are they getting points
because they get half credit for having the right answer, and
from the
But
answer?
they cheated.
well,
No.
they'll just have to be.
She was prepared.
They'll just have to be Lance Armstrong.
Who cheated?
Okay, smiley face. What do you guys want?
Money. We want money. But as far as this goes, what do we want? Let's pick M for 5. Stands for massages, right?
Yeah. Method.
All right.
Okay, we were behind last time.
What is the slippery slope fallacy?
Oh, that one's easy.
I know.
It sure is a good thing this book is extremely ineffective.
Well,
We could
I know
steal
it
that.
is, but
well, you've got 26 seconds to share with us.
I got it.
Okay.
One thing leads to another.
Yes. So, like, if you're going to say Obamacare is going to lead us to be a socialist country, that's a slippery slope fallacy. Whether it's true or not, who knows? But it's bad logic.
Yeah, I've never heard of that term.
slippery slope.
Not in this class.
See, we had to memorize all of the fallacies in
I'm like
English.
ADD, so.
All right.
It
So
was
we're
terrible.
going to have the dudes, right?
No.
Oh,
Does it go to us?
No, you just went.
No.
Okay, ladies. My bad.
No, it's their turn.
No, we didn't. Where are we going?
You guys went
It
second.
is
went-
their
they
turn
went
because-
first.
So, dudes, go. What do you guys want?
Okay, well, I'm here.
It went like this.
Oh, okay. So
We're going counterclockwise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe.
Persuasive for 500 bucks.
What is the target audience, and give us an example of one.
Oh, my subject.
Like for anything?
Yes. Pick a topic and we'll tell them what the target audience would be. By the way, scale 1 to 10, how good does that burn while they're thinking?
How good was what?
How good does that text message burn? Was it good?
You're an asshole.
wasn't a burn. I don't think that was a burn.
This is why I did that after you guys did evaluations.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What was the question again?
Oh God, you're so.
What is the target audience, and give us an example? So scale 1 to 10, how asshole was it?
That was like a 9.5.
9.5?
Burn?
9.
No, in
80, 10?
yes.
Dude,
I'm not gonna give you a 10.
you didn't burn her. You were going straight for the heart, bro. And you didn't.
I'm ready to steal again.
I don't think.
I wish you had died.
Okay.
What is
Good,
it?
'cause you're talking
Target
about
audience.
Hold on, everyone listen.
It's a specific group of people within the target market, and which product or the marketing message of the product is aimed at.
Okay, and then give us an example.
Be like texting and driving, persuasive speech. Your target audience would be, I mean, it's gotta be the younger demographic.
I have the best
Zach.
example.
Took that from my speech.
You took it from me.
Don't teach us stuff.
All right.
We should get points.
It's our turn.
Ladies.
Sounds good. It's our turn when you want.
What's SG?
Small group.
What's I?
Informative.
Let's do small group for 500.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have any notes on that. I know.
Let's do that next time.
Oh, is it anything? we do have notes.
You get it?
Do you think it would just
What'd
be
you want?
good if we had notes?
Small groups
or
for
five?
500.
Okay, what are 4 things to keep in mind in a speech of introduction?
What?
4 things.
4 things to keep in mind in a speech of introduction. I'm starting the timer. Alright.
Can you repeat the questions?
What are 4 things to keep in mind in a speech of introduction?
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Key to brief, tell a story, state the importance, question the audience, relate to topic to the audience, get attention, develop the afterbody. That's what I have.
That was like
It's
12
not what I was
points.
looking for because you're talking
That's what
about
I
an
have.
introduction speech. I'm talking about like your introduction. No, that's what I was
You
looking for.
said introduction.
You said introduction.
But
It's right. We have 500 points.
Write it up.
When
If you
introducing
wanted
a
an
group,
introduction about yourself, you should have said introduction about
I'm
yourself.
an
You said
introduction when you're introducing somebody else.
Okay, well, you didn't specify.
You didn't specify.
So,
You said introduction.
Okay, we're gonna give you
speech.
half credit. And
What? That's what? No, you didn't never specify.
Okay, let's let you read yours again, and then I'll give you the ones that I want, and then
And then you'll put 500 points.
yes, sure.
Okay. I put get attention, relate the topic to the audience, state the importance, question the audience, tell a story, keep it brief, be creative, and develop the afterbody.
I think that's what you wrote in the notes one time.
Okay.
It's exactly
What? Okay, so that's correct for a introduction speech. If
That's
you're
what you said.
introducing somebody, what you want to do is be brief. You want to make sure you're
Said
accurate.
that.
Okay.
You want to adapt to the situation,
Relate to the audience.
and you want to get people excited about the main speaker.
So I said those more.
Okay, so we're gonna give the ladies 500, and then we're gonna have
this book really is useless.
we're gonna have final Jeopardy,
book
and then
really
we're gonna give
is
you back your
useless.
speeches, and then that'll be
This
the end of
book
class.
really
We'll
is
all be
useless.
sad.
Yeah, I didn't manage to turn
You
it back
all
in.
leave this party note that I'm an asshole.
Hey, what were the 4 again? What was the last one? Keep it brief.
Get people excited about the main speaker. Really a 9? I didn't think it was quite that, a 9.
It was 29 out of 10.
She has
It was pretty much outright saying, I wish you would die. Slowly and painfully.
Michelle,
Somebody I wish you had
yeah.
You are not okay with yourself. To the topic, get excited, keep it brief, and then what was the 4th one?
Be brief,
Yeah.
make sure you're accurate, adapt to the situation, get people excited about the main speaker.
Are we gonna go for informative for 500?
Well, we're gonna have Final Jeopardy, and then we'll give you back your speeches, and then if you have things you want to talk
What,
about.
like now? We're having competition now?
Yeah,
I
because we
know,
don't have time.
it's quick.
Oh well.
All right. Also remember these things are up there on the word Final Jeopardy. These things are up on detail, so you can use them to review.
Thank you.
The Final Jeopardy isn't on the sheet.
I know it's like, see, from this one.
All right. So your Final Jeopardy, and you get 5 minutes to come up with the best answer. Is what's the most important thing you've learned this semester?
Oh my goodness, that is.
What?
What's the
What
most
was
important
it?
thing you learned this semester?
Yes. What is the most important thing? You're gonna get
It's not
4
that.
minutes to answer it.
We don't even have to write that down.
That's not a real. That's not a fair question.
Oh, it's a great question.
great
I got a great answer too.
We're winning.
If it were not for the complete pointlessness of this question, I would be offended by the fact that its likelihood of us actually winning.
It has full
Sorry, that was.